Hey, what's up guys? Steve here and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a new series of City Bus Manager. So this game has only just come out last Thursday, and we have got our first playthrough of the series. So we're going to start off in a particular town. You can have any town all over the world except China, apparently, and we'll be building up our own bus company, setting up our own routes. So let's head on and pick our own company name. So yeah, as always, that's Alum Travel. We'll be picking Central Europe and Great Britain. As you can see, there's loads of different places that you can pick, loads of different parts of the world, and as I say, there's even more that you can download from the Steam store. As I say, yeah, for some reason not China, probably because they've got no map setups. So here you can literally put in any town or city or village or something, and it should find it. So as you can see, it selects a lot of London. You can pick, I don't know, where should you pick? So let's see if I could spell right. You should pick Glasgow. So you can do Scotland if you wanted to. It picked loads of different areas. Yeah, Liverpool. So, yeah, as you can see, lots of different places that you can go. So I'm going to pick, there's a couple of places local to me, one of which is Oxford, which we could try, but I think that's mostly pedestrianised and low emission zone, so probably it's not good to start with eventually. So yeah, probably what I'll do, I'll pick up the town close to where I grew up, which is High Wycombe. So for those that know the area, we'll see, mainly sort of a reasonably large town, few villages and towns around it. So yeah, we can pick what type of background we want for the game. Obviously city. You can pick whether you want a sandbox, which has got no capital limits, normal, which has got about £200,000 limit. So yeah, we'll pick that one, and then we'll wait for this to load up and show you what we can start off with. Alright, so you can see it's got little tips just coming in. Obviously this is in a sort of a pre-build version, and as you can see here, this is the lovely town of High Wycombe. So you've got the main town centre in the middle, you've got loads of little residential roads and streets and stuff, and as you can see, there's a lot of the map that is locked out. So you only get a small area that you can start off in, and then as you can develop it further forwards, you pick bigger areas. So as you see here, this is all the main town centre. I'm sure the bus station is round here, if I can remember where they put it when they redeveloped it. Yeah, I think it's there. Yeah, there you go. So that's the current bus station in the centre of High Wycombe, and then the town itself moves up. Now the depots, so most of the depots are up here in the industrial estate. So so we're going to pick our depot there and let it generate the area. So this is our sort of starting area with our main depot and bus station and stuff. So you see it's populated the main reception area and a little bit of road. Set up a service centre. The existing room on the premises is your service centre. So you've got to equip your service centre with at least one service desk, place seating and decoration if you want to increase customer satisfaction. Service desks can be opened and closed by clicking on them, and you've got to provide at least 2 seating options. So let's go into the first menu, which is service centre. There we go, and we've got to find some service desks. So there you can see at the bottom. So you've got 200. You can see loads of little plants and stuff like that. So let's put in let's put 2 service desks. We're going to try and future-proof this a little bit. Now, obviously, as you get bigger and as your depot gets bigger, you can expand this area. As you can see, you can build a service centre above at £50 a unit, and then you can see you can pick different types of chairs depending on what type of environment you want to pick up. Obviously, yeah, you can start putting potted plants, information monitors, chairs, everything. Yeah, so we've got to now build an office. So we've got to build a corridor, which is minimum size of 5x3. Obviously, it has to have one accessible door. Then you've got to build an office. Offices must be accessible from at least one door. So I think what we'll do is let's set a corridor on this side, because then that way we can sort of, I suppose, kind of build along. It will give us place to put the buses and service centres and stuff on the right hand side here. So plus it will give us space to put offices maybe down the side of this corridor. So let's put in a tinted door, because we don't really want people from the waiting area to select in. And what we want a office, so we want to build an office. So let's spin this camera around a little bit. This is a good thing, is it's sort of a bit like The Sims really, in terms of how you can build the areas. So you can spin cameras around and zoom in and out. Let's pick a door. So tinted door onto the main reception area, and then we want a non-tinted door onto the corridor. So let's put it somewhere in the middle. There we go. And in here we need one standing desk in the office, and provide at least one seat, either armchair or chair. So the desks are required by various different staff members to do various different jobs. So you can use it for things like research, or you can use it for training and staff development. So that's something that you can have. You can sort of pick a trainee staff member and start developing them and getting them better. So a couple of desks there, that's good. They're standing desks, so they don't need chairs, but we will put in a couple of armchairs, so we've got places for people to rest. One thing you will notice, and I've noticed a lot in this as we've been placing chairs around, is some people don't want to sit down. They seem to want to move around quite a lot, so that's fine. So now we've got to build a kitchen. So minimum size 4x4. Customer must be accessible from at least one door. You have to place one fridge in the kitchen and at least one vending machine. So this will be places where people hang out a lot, obviously during break time and stuff. Is that going to be big enough? Might want that a little bit wider. So let's add a little bit more space. Yeah, that should be fine. You see, automatically populates things like windows. You can move windows by just using the move tool at the top, and you can put them where it is suitable. So within the kitchen, as you can see here, we've got loads of things. So you need a door to start off with. There we go, and we'll go one into the office. And then, yeah, you've got loads of things like chairs, dressers, fridges, countertops, sinks and stuff. So let's put some countertops across here. So let's put two there, and we'll put the sink under the window, so they've got somewhere for them to look out over when they're doing their washing up. If it's like any office at work, any kitchen at work, you know that there's probably just going to be loads of dirty plates piled up and one person who probably does the washing, but we'll worry about that later. So you got the more windows, so we need a trash can, so let's put a trash can in the corner so they can put their rubbish away. And then we need a couple of fridge, and a vending machine. So let's get a fridge. So let's make sure this is right, because it doesn't seem to always show this the right way. There we go, so that's fine there. And let's put two of these down, and then we just want a vending machine. So put one vending machine there. That's right, yep, there we go. So that's that completed. We have to now build a bathroom. Let's just quickly put, do we want to put any chairs down? Might be worth putting a chair down, just so someone's got somewhere to sit, so they can have their lunch. There we go. I think there's a table here that you can put down, but let's put a potted plant, because you've got to have a plant. It always makes life better when you've got a plant. I think the table's probably gonna, no, it's not going to sit in the right place, so we won't worry about a table for a minute. And yeah, that's the kitchen complete. So now we have to build a bathroom. So the quirk of this, I think, is when you build a bathroom is that you tend to find that more than one person uses the bathroom, and there's no cubicles. That'd be something that I'd like to probably see developed, is the fact that you can put in cubicles rather than just random toilets. But we'll put a tinted door in so people can't see them, even though other people are going to be using it at the same time. And yeah, as you can see, you've got bathroom sinks, you've got toilets, you've got windows and stuff. So let's put a couple of sinks in. So they're on the wall there. Oh, I'll move the picture. And then let's get toilets. So put a couple of toilets down here. So yeah, it'd be good to see like maybe some sort of like divider between these toilets. Otherwise, you're just sat there talking to your co-worker whilst on the toilet. So let's put a plant there. Yeah, make it a little bit nicer. Don't think we need to worry too much about windows in the bathroom. So there you go, as you can see. So now we have to build our first bus. So build at least one piece of road. So we have, where is it? Street. There we go. So build road. We'll plonk it on there so it makes it nice and easy. Build a couple just so we've got space. Place at least 2 bus stops on the premises. A bus space needs to be connected to the street, and buy 2 buses. So as you can see here, you've got different size bus stops, bus parking areas. So you got a small, medium and large. You can twist them around, so depending on where you want to put them, you can put different road places, different road pieces all over the place. I'm going to pick a couple of small bus stops, bus parking stations, so we can get them there. So that's nice and easy. So let's do that one. And as you can see, you can now, actually, do you know what? Let's, what do we want to do? What are we doing? Let's build another bit of street. Can't put it over there. Cool, so there you go, just extend that road out. As you can see, you put more stuff here, there'll be other bits and pieces to build in a minute, so I'm sure, so that's plenty of room for there. I don't think we need to worry too much about that, so let's put in, actually no, do we need another bus stay? No, we'd be fine for another bus parking stop. And we have to buy 2 buses, so as you see at the bottom here, you've got all your menu across the bottom here, so you've got build, you've got staff, you've got bus fleet, so this is where you'll see all your buses in this one. You then got research, procurement, inbox, so as you can see we've got a nice message here saying welcome to High Wycombe, you'll be happy, we will be taking care of traffic from now on, and they'll give us a 202% subsidy on all income, so almost like double the money. And then when you click on the marketplace, you can see the different buses, so you have the options of new, second hand or sales offers. So new buses are, as you would suggest, delivery mileage only, although they've got a reasonable amount of delivery mileage. Second hand, and as you can see, they're in varying states of condition, some with big discounts, some with quite a lot to repair. The conditions are very, very different, and obviously nothing really to worry about. So you see the different buses that we've got at the moment. So we've got a Sprinter and we've got a Citaro, so not branded buses in this game, there's no licensing. You can see here what the bus needs. There's a condition of the bus, so as you can see it needs tyres and a V-belt. You can select what price you want to negotiate for, so as you can see that one's up for £5,800, so we're going to suggest at 48 and see what they say. Yep, they're happy with that, so a nice £1,000 discount on that particular one, and you can see it's just pulling up in the background, and there's loads of different other ones you can look at, varying conditions and sizes and shapes. So yeah, I think that's okay. One thing with a new one, you can pick a new one, and it's all nice and do, although brake pads seem to be worn down a little bit, and so's the oil. I guess that's what 198 miles does for you. That is quite a lot of mileage for delivery mileage. Most new cars only come with like 5 miles on, and this one's come with 128. Where do they drive it? But anyway, yeah, you can then pick colours. So there's a couple of options you can do. So you can create a new painting. You can import one. You can save one locally or to the Steam Workshop if you want to create one for everyone else to use. And you can load one up if you've got one saved. Colour choices and stuff are down the side, so you can pick any colour that's available in here, and as you can see we'll go for probably the more traditional blue that we end up with on most of our buses. Eventually we will get some skins and stuff that we can utilise, and then there's all other bits like you got paint brushes, rubbers and stickers and stuff. So as you can see, if you click on paintbrush you can pretty much pick a colour and just graffiti all over the bus if you wanted to, if you wanted to change certain parts to different colours. So as you can see here, we'll paint some of it white and across the bottom, and yeah, you can really sort of do something. You can change the brush size, you can change the colour and stuff like that. So yeah, you can sort of mess around with whatever you want, and when you're finished, if you don't like it, you can erase it and go back to where you were. So let's get this back to blue where we were before. We'll get rid of any white that was on there. We don't need that for the moment. Get rid of that, all of that, and there we go. Perfect. There you go, and you can see obviously going forwards you can add new stickers, you can add new logos, you can import decals if you want to. There's a picture of this duck there. There we go. I don't know who thought of these particular logos, but anyway, let's stick the bus duck on the back of the bus. Got City Bus Manager, so let's brand it somewhat and put it on the front. There you go, put it on the grill so it looks kind of cool there. So there we go, and then pretty much just apply that. Let's say you can save it as a skin and you can add it to other buses. Obviously with a used bus like the black one here that is currently on fire or smoking or something, it's probably needs a good service, but yeah, you can repaint those as long as you've got yourself a repaint workshop as part of the development. So as you see, there's our lovely new buses together, one not so lovely and new and one lovely and shiny and new. So as you can see now, we have to hire some staff. So in order to get staff you have to build some lockers. So they're under, what are they under? I think they're under, no, not office. What are they under? No, they're definitely not there. Where are they? Corridor? Oh no, they're under hall. There we go. So you've got to place these. So as to say, you have to place an a locker for each member of staff. So we need 6. So I think we'll probably build a couple more just in case we need to hire any more staff. That's perfect. So that's all nice and done. And then, yeah, we need to start hiring some staff. So we need 2 bus drivers. You see all the bus drivers are here, and it tells you what they are, how much the salaries are, how much skill they've got, what they are, trainee level, reliability, friendliness, and all of that stuff. So a trainee, obviously, who's got the right friendliness and reliability, I suppose, is a good start. You can always train them up. Whereas we've got a novice here who's quite friendly and quite reliable, so let's hire that one. Then we need to hire a mechanic. So you see different mechanics here. So yeah, again, some trainees and some novices. So we'll hire this novice here. That's nice and easy. Need a researcher to develop our products. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll get into research a bit later. Cleaners who are going to be tidying up our buses once they get destroyed by the clients and people that are riding them. And then some service employees who will be looking at front desk. So this is probably where friendliness is quite important, because obviously they're dealing with the public, and it's always good to be nice and friendly with your customers. Yeah, you can see the bus is sort of still there, so you can see what this needs now. So obviously with technical, you've got fuel that it needs a bit of a clean, and it needs an outside clean. So you can see all it does. If you click on it, you can see what exactly it needs. So it needs tyres and a V-belt. You can sell the bus, you can change the reg numbers on them. So that's yeah, it's kind of cool. So we need to build a gas station. So next part of the of this is to build the gas station. So that's under street, I think it was. Yeah, there you go, gas station. So it snaps to the road. So if we put it, yeah, we'll probably put it over here somewhere. You can put it sideways, but you have to have a connecting road depending on where it goes. So let's put it here somewhere. It's probably easier. And now, as you can see, we have to create a bus wash. So bus wash that's going to have to go there. So let's put it over a little bit so it's there, because obviously it creates its own building. And then you need to create a workshop. So let's build an extra bit of road, and then we'll put in a lifting platform normal. And now if we put this in the right place, it should create a big workshop. There we go. So as you can see, the 2 of them together, you've got bus wash and a large workshop. And yeah, and now we need to create a warehouse. So warehouse needs to be quite close to the workshop. Create corridors linking the 2 areas. So we've got the main building and the workshop connected. So let's create a corridor there, and then that will save people having to walk round. What you'll notice, sometimes a lot of people tend to walk around the outside of the buildings because they can't quite get to where they need to be. So let's build... no, don't need that. Don't need a street. What are we looking for? Do we need a door? I think we need to put a door in. So corridor, plain door. There we go. Perfect. Put a couple of doors in so people can get to the garage and the gas station. And then we need to build this warehouse. So we're probably going to, where should we put the warehouse off the back here. This can get bigger as you need more stuff, and you basically put in shelves. And then when you order parts for the workshop, it will then start to fill these shelves up. And the more shelves you've got, the more storage space you've got. So we only need a few shelves. So let's put a few shelves in there. And that's, I think, is plenty. So now we need to create our first bus route. So you see that we're here at the depot. I think probably the first bus route we have to do will have to be starting at the bus station. There is a route, there's loads of different routes you can do. So bus station is kind of just here in the middle, as we mentioned. So no, wrong one. We need to do that one. So create a bus route. So we need a new route. You can see here there's some other routes that are already designed at the bottom, but we'll start with a fresh one. So we'll pick it. You'll see it will list bus stops that are already in real life, and you'll see a lot of of them on the map already. And these are pretty much where the real life bus stops are, and you can create your own ones if you want to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our first route. First route's got to be might as well be to the football ground, to be fair. So let's head out of this town this way, and you'll see the little H's there, and obviously different roads and stuff that you can pick up. So let's pick a couple that are fairly close to where the original bus stops are. There we go. There's one there, one there, one there. You can see the bus. Sorry, you can see the football stadium just off here to the left. So for those that are into their football, that's Adams Park. I don't think it's called that anymore, but that's what it used to be called. So yeah, you can head down here, and then you've got the football stadium here. And then all you do, click back on the same bus stops, and it will go backwards in the same way. Otherwise, if you didn't do that, it would then loop back to the first station. Now, as the route gets populated with stops and people, we'll show you in a minute, it should start to show numbers underneath these routes when they're ready. So that effectively is our route for the first route. So let's click that one. You can see the different frequency of people. So as you can see at the moment, it's tomorrow, Tuesday. Required buses is 1. Exact passenger volumes per tour can be between 30 and 100. You can set your intervals depending on the times and how quickly you want buses to go around at different times. So in rush hour you can do shorter terms, you can do normal times. You can see at the moment we just need 1 bus, so we'll do that. You can have some advanced settings, so you can actually really delve down into this and pick days and times and have different weekdays and stop times and how long people here. You can have then some if you wanted to stop somewhere, you could do that. I think, yeah, probably easy mode for us at the moment is okay. And as you can see there, it's there. So that's the route selected. So now what we need to do is assign a bus to the shift. So you click on the green assign here. It gives you a driver, so you can pick different drivers if you've got different drivers from the drop down. And then you've got to pick the bus. So there's only one of ours that's operational. The black one is not operational for the moment. We don't have the right parts on that one. And you should see a driver start to wander around. There we go. And get in the bus. And then he should disappear. Hopefully you should. Let's put a door there so it makes them easier. Should see that disappear now. Yeah, so he's disappeared off. So I think if you see on the right side, so you can check on the accounts. So this is our accounts for today. So as you can see, we've got staff costings. You can set ticket prices. So if you want to adjust the ticket prices, you can do. We'll drop it down by about 10p, so that's nice and easy on those. A little bit on that one, and cut the pounds on that one. And then you can see sort of revenue and sold tickets in that one as well. You can also see any loans if you want to take out any loans to help develop your routes or buses or anything like that. So you can see the task now is to carry 50 passengers, and if you see on the route, we can see the bus there. So it's currently sat waiting at the bus terminal, where it will probably pick some people up, hopefully. There is no one waiting there at the moment. You can change time, so numbers on the keyboard is 1, 2 and 3 for these as well if you want to use that. We'll wait for it to speed up a little bit, and then as soon as it goes we can start seeing. There you go, perfect. So it's just shot off. You can see it's quite quick even in double speed, and as you can see it starts going through. You can see it starting to pick up or drop off people. So you'll see numbers under the various different stops. There's one at this next stop, so yeah, there's a few people getting on and off. It doesn't seem to want to see, that's strange. So there's no one, so they must be waiting on the other time. So none. So is it going to pick anyone up at any of these? You can see the stops are starting to populate. So there you go. So that picks up 1, drops off none. It's the same. That's going to pick up 2 and back, and yeah, then obviously through here there's no one at these stops, no one here, there's 1 there, so 1 on, 1 off. Same on, and then you can see it starts to pick up people. So as this bus route gets busier and more well known, I guess it'll pick more people up. You can see that turn around. We sold 3 tickets and we delivered 7 customers. So obviously it's now off shift, so or off time, off peak, whatever you want to call it. So it's gone back to the depot, so you should see it, hopefully. There we go, return back. So now is an opportunity to do any sort of remedial work to the buses if you want to clean it, if you want to get it refueled, stuff like that. Nighttime is normally a good opportunity to do that. Obviously you can change, as we said, you can change the registration number. So you see that one there is being checked over, so that's fine, and cleaned. Obviously there's nothing else, we've got no parts, so let's do a quick bit of research. So as you can see, there's different things you can do. So you can research different buses. So there's solo buses, articulated buses, and double-decker buses. You can also do things like reduce fuel consumption by 10%, reduce dirty buses by 10%. think we'll probably, what else can we do? So you can expand the company premises, you can reduce prices for work, you can have better food, you can expand the map. So there's always things that you can do as you go along and get better at things. So let's try and reduce some fuel economy, hopefully reduce some running costs. I don't think we're quite ready for bigger buses yet. We haven't actually got the next one. So what is it this bus was needed? It was tyres and, was it V-belt? Yeah, tyres and V-belt. So brake pads are getting a bit low and oil is getting a bit low, but we'll worry about those later. So I think probably what we can do is start ordering some parts for here. So do we need, it's handy to have some spares in, you know, in just in case. So let's get some engine lights, some indicators. These are relatively cheap, so it's worth holding on to. I guess they're probably bits that break down more often. Wi-Fi router, I don't think we're going to need too many of them. Brake pads we will, because they're constantly getting miles on them. Tyres, quite a lot, it's expensive for that. Yeah, oil canisters 5, V-belts, let's get a few of them. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do normal delivery because it's free, so it will turn up at 9 o'clock tomorrow. And then cleanliness, so let's wash that one. So that will, someone should hopefully pick that up then. Will it be the worker? Yep, so it'll be the worker there. So he or she should then get in that. Yeah, you can see smoking away quite happily there. And then that should then go into the bus wash. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So let's let the wash go over it. And it should come out hopefully shiny and lovely. Smoking still, but should at least come back shiny and lovely. There we go. And back. So obviously the black and grey colour of this bus is not conducive to late night. It is kind of quite dark, but it's actually quite dark everywhere. There's no lights in any of these rooms. Right, cool. So it needs a little bit of fuel. Yeah, let's refuel it. Yeah, there we go. Now we can refuel it. Now that the worker's finished doing all of the cleanliness and bus washing and everything. So I think he's going for a quick break. So he'll probably do that after he's had. Oh no, someone else has picked it up. Well, one of the bus drivers has picked it up, obviously. So yeah, so that's there. Once the parts arrive tomorrow morning, we can then get that bus repaired and then get it back on the road. We can make some use out of it and start earning some money off it. Maybe do a second route or something like that. So. As you can see on the right hand side now, we have the option to finish the day. If you want to, you can skip time until the next day starts. So perfect, that bus is good to go. So yeah, so we can fast forward a little bit. You got someone doing some research there for the different stuff. So let's fast forward time. So as you can see now, we are at, what's that, 20 past 4 roughly in the morning. So not too much to do. We've got a review. Bus route 1 is the best to go to work. Buses run all the time and never have to wait long. So as you can see, you start getting company reviews. You'll start getting some positives and negatives, I think, depending on the level of service and how good your buses are and the frequency time. We need to pick a bus driver, so that's fine. So yeah, I just guess we have to assign a bus driver each day. It may be that eventually happens automatically, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see what happens when that does. You can see the bus trundling off there into the early morning, so it probably shows on the map eventually, so you can see it's coming out there. You head down and then sort of head towards the bus station and start with today's route. There's not a lot of people waiting by the looks of it on the route, but it'll probably sit here for a little bit until its first route round. I can't remember what time we actually set the first route of the day to go. I thought it was a bit later, or was it 5 o'clock it started? I think it's 5 o'clock that the first route was, so it's going to be a little while before that bus actually goes anywhere. As you see, we still have to complete the 50 passengers and 20 tickets before we can move on to the next job. Alright, cool. It's a couple of minutes now before. Well, a couple of minutes, 10 minutes or so before 5. There's no one showing at the stop, so I'm guessing probably at this early morning there's not that many people. Here we go, cool, it's off 5, so there's a few people there waiting, to be fair. There's a couple of people on board. One person on board, so yeah, so I'll happily trundle around, picking up a few people. There we go, there's quite a few people here, so some 2s. One there and then there. So yeah, probably route isn't the, well, I suppose unless you're travelling back into town, it's probably one of the few routes. There's a lot of residential routes. Obviously you can do a route into the industrial estate where the depot is. Eventually you'll be able to go out to sort of the outer villages and areas around the towns, and probably even further afield. Not sure how big you can actually go, how many routes, how many buses. I guess the buses probably the amount of buses depends on the size of your bus depot. But yeah, so let's see how many we got on that one. Wow, look at that. So it was like 13 people, and we sold a few more tickets. So this should, in theory, be able to just trundle around all day and start picking up people. Let's head back to... Oh, no, we need to click on the X, don't we? Not to click on depot. There we go. So we've got to wait till 9 before we get these new hearts in. Obviously, the the person doing some research is all, well, probably about 3/4 of the way full. So that should be good to go. As I say, we will wait for, I suppose, what's the time now? 5:30. So I guess we're going to get another couple of times round before we can get some more tickets and sales and bus passengers. So let's wait for something to do. I suppose we could do maybe some training or some development of staff if we wanted to. I can't remember what time this all kind of kicks off in terms of what time it opens. Probably should say opening time on the door or something. But yeah, I think it's great. I mean, much in I've done a little bit of a playthrough in this so far, and yeah, so I think probably a little bit further ahead than this, but as you can see, there's some options to train these people. So yeah, really enjoying this so far. I think the potential for this game is immense, and obviously, yeah, as I say, in such an early development and early access, yeah, there's plenty of opportunity to do new things. Obviously, new areas, new designs. There we go. Some people doing some training now. Hopefully, they should be good to go. So these are all. I'm not sure what levels. I guess they go from like trainee to novice, and you can see them getting changed there into clothes, and yeah, they're going to go there and develop. Yeah, they're going to do some training there. Maybe, I don't know where they're going. They just seem to be aimlessly wandering around. Okay, cool. So research is complete. Yeah, I don't know where they go when they do training. It looks like they go off site, so I'm guessing they go to a school or college or something. So yeah. That's done. That's fine. You can do. Oh, you can do. Looks like you can do different levels. You can research different areas. So, as you see, that's on now 1 of 9 of fuel efficiency, and then hopefully someone should be there. We've completed our tasks, so we need to increase the bus network. So create more bus routes to connect 33% of buildings and points of interest on your bus service. Afterwards, use buses on the new routes, and then complete 10 tours successfully of the buses. So yeah, so a few more bits to do. There's the researcher busy going away. We're still only 6:37, so got plenty of stuff to do. As you can see, obviously we set up the map with a city version, so it's like a port. You've got office buildings, there's a subway there, lots of roadworks and stuff. Yeah, so obviously you can do like a countryside version, so it's got a bit more space and more sort of smaller houses and less built up. But yeah, as you see, we've got new tasks. What have we got? Hi, could you need some help with anything right now? I've run out of tasks. So that's the bus driver. So he's currently on training, so he doesn't need to worry about anything at the minute. He can just worry about getting himself trained up. And yeah, they don't need to worry about anything for the minute. So yeah, as you can see, we're 26.5% through our bus network, so probably won't need to worry too much about expanding that for the minute, probably not in this episode anyway. And then what we'll do is we will probably create another route in the next one, which should hopefully cover off 33%. So we're at 26% already, so it can't be that difficult to get to 33%. As you can see, yeah, people beavering away and lots of people wandering around, just opening doors. It's not very efficient for people who just wander around opening automatic doors, but yeah, they just seem to be just meandering around. It'd be great if they just sat down somewhere and just relaxed, or stood on the front desk or something. So alright, anyway, so I think everyone's beavering away. We're waiting for the parts delivery at 9 o'clock so that we can start to repair this smoky beast that's on the front. I can't really do anything with it because we don't have a paint shop, so I can't repaint it while we've got it here. Yeah, obviously we've got plenty of scope to develop further. We've got plenty of areas to develop. That bus is happily running around there, so that's got what's that, about sort of 12 to 15 people on it at any one time. Oh, that goes up to 23, 11. So there's a few people now starting to wait by. There's one there that's got 4 by the Half Moon pub, right on the top right, sort of 3s and 4s as they go down the main road. So yeah, it's starting to pick up a few passengers, as you can see, as it gets into town. There's more people on there. There's only at least 5 at some of these, so this could potentially get quite a busy route, because you're picking up 5 there, 6 there. Look at this in red. So I think maybe what we'd have to do is at some point is think about replacing that with a bigger bus, one that's more capable of more people if it does start to get bigger, and more profitable, that route. We will put one. We do have the option to add maybe bigger bus stops. Bigger bus parking. I guess bus stops, same thing. Here, if we want to, we can always turn them around and put them either further down or in here. Just down the side here, and put a few more small ones in there. I think it's good to start off with the smaller buses before you start growing too big, and then you can start obviously buying other buses. So that's the one I wanted. So that's the one we've got at the minute, which is the Sprinter. So let's can we buy another one? Don't think we need. Do we need to buy another one? Maybe we can add a second bus to it. Let's do that one. Stick that one there. That's cool. That's fine. We'll just stick it in plain blue for the minute. So might need to build another bus stop. Bus parking bay. Right, cool. So let's put that there. Yeah. So this bus route starts. Oh look, someone's buying a weekly ticket. Let's buy another. We want that one. So let's do. Sorry, it was a small parking spot, wasn't it? So let's put that one there. Should put it there. Where should we put it? Yeah, let's put it there. Then we can save these spaces for more of them. So we've got space now for all the buses when they come back late at night. What's time? 8:23. So yeah, we should be alright for when they come back. We can potentially assign that bus once the person's back from training. Assign that second bus to the first or route 1 that we've got. It'd be really cool. I think one of the things that I've seen people suggesting is potentially try and recreate real world routes, real world actual route numbers and stuff for those buses. So if you're a real sort of aficionado of your local bus area, bus routes, you can actually create your own routes to sort of mimic what is in real life, and the bus stops and bus routes that are there. So that's something really cool, and you can sort of see how profitable you can make running the bus company in your local area. So I think in terms of what we've got on today, I think probably that one route will be a good start, and then you'll probably end up with maybe a few more in the future as we go through different tasks and stuff like that. So looks like we're probably going to end up with the delivery of our parts just as we're finishing today's episode. So that'll be something to do in the next one. We can start developing more routes, repairing the bus, and maybe even look at slightly bigger buses to go along with the routes that we've got on. I think, guys, that's probably all we will end up doing for today. I think that's a good start into the series. It gives us plenty of room to do more stuff in the next episodes, more routes, obviously bigger buses and stuff like that. So guys, if you have enjoyed the episode, then please do smash that like button. Oh look, there you go, there's a parts delivery. So hopefully someone will now come and pick that up. But yeah, sorry guys, if you have enjoyed the episode, please do smash that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel and enjoyed this series and look forward to the next one, then please do click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell notification icon so you can be updated when new episodes come out. And as always guys, if there's any questions, queries, comments or suggestions for future episodes, then please don't hesitate to put those in the comments section down below. But yeah guys, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, bye.